Bitcoin maximalism versus Ethereum. Noted Bitcoin booster Udi Wertheimer of the famous VR Bitcoin meetups and one of the ones who helped popularize the phrase have fun staying poor has changed sides. He's gone from being a hardcore, not your keys, not your coins, Bitcoiner, laughing at every dip, to being a more middle of the road. Hey, you could try Ethereum if you want. Hey, you could try some other shitcoin if you want. Whatever, which is a complete reversal of his entire character and everything that he's said online for the past few years. Josh Shigala, can you be a Bitcoin maximalist and like Ethereum too? Or is it more about the hypocrisy of Wertheimer changing his opinions so suddenly and so completely?
The thing with Bitcoin maximalism, I mean, I noticed this for sure, is that once you get this persona, people sort of expect that of you, and you're in this sort of church of beliefs. And if you have some other view, then you sort of disappoint all these online friends, or you think you do. But so I think a lot of people that say they're maximalists actually have a little bit of this and that, and they're punting on something here and there. But really the difference comes in not in the small little punts, comes in understanding that maybe there is value in some of the other experiments out there, and not just one thing. I think the thing is that for me personally, I'm a competition maximalist. I never said that I was a Bitcoin maximalist. I do like competition. That was the whole point. If you read the white paper, Bitcoin's white paper, it was about competition to the fiat banking system. It was, let's compete. And so if something isn't right, even forks like Bitcoin Cash, the beauty of a fork was to allow people to go, hey, maybe that's the right way to upgrade, or maybe that's the right way to upgrade. It doesn't matter which side. The fact of the matter is that the mechanism was there to allow people to, which was really important, have coins on both sides, and then decide maybe which upgrade path was the right one. So, Bitcoin Cash is a bit loaded in terms of an example, but you could have any example of where a community says, no, I don't like that, the way that it's going, and some other people don't either, and they forked off. We think that's a better mechanism. And so this is a really beautiful part of Bitcoin, and I think it really really brings to light the notion of competition maximalism in terms of technology. And I think the word scam as well is way overused in a lot of these things. Like scams are a really important word, because there are real full-on scams out there where they don't intend to build anything, and they're there to take your money and steal it. And then there's like, I wouldn't say someone that's experimenting, doing something experiment, has a passion for trying something, is scamming you, even if they don't know it is. Now, what can happen though is that they turn into a scam, where they then just drop everything and just take everyone's money and run, rather than saying, hey, I'm going to airdrop stuff back or whatever because the thing didn't work. There's other ways of doing it, but humans are humans. It's also opened up a whole world of understanding of what scams look like, because I think the governments around the world have isolated people and protected them, tried to protect them too much, apart from poker machines, slot machines, and horse races and dog races and stuff. And so the whole altcoin space has definitely got some very, very important projects, and it shouldn't just be written off. Maybe it's not for some people. Maybe the Bitcoin maximalists, they have a very good strategy. It's worked for them since the beginning. I saw a stat that 93% or 95% of all people that have bought Bitcoin are in profit right now if they held, or something like that. So it's definitely a good strategy to hold that Bitcoin. But I think if there is a technology out there and a good community, I don't think you should exclude yourself from having a look. But at the end of the day, the same thing that we always said in the Bitcoin space: don't invest what you can't afford to lose, and that's really what it comes down to. And I would add to that: don't hold any more money in the bank than you're willing to lose either. So take that and you put that in your pipe and smoke it.
It is a very interesting comparison, Josh, with the scams versus people who overpromise or perhaps have wild dreams. At one point, to say, I'm going to start a new social network to compete with Twitter is totally insane. But at another point, they had good intentions and they really believed in it and they tried really hard, but they still lost everyone's money. So I feel the Bitcoiners are a lot of times they're warning people who have overpromised, people who've said they're going to deliver everything, that often those same people deliver nothing. And then there's that whole thing that once you catch one scam, you become the greatest scam buster of all time because you are a hero. You stop people from investing in one coin or whatever it was, and you've got, got more notches on your scam belt now. You've got to go out and hunt those scams and chase them down. And it's kind of fun. The internet likes that. We've seen it with other communities, the ability to react and to get angry, and then maybe even to be tricked into that anger, as they talked about on South Park with the trolling and so forth. Martine Wishmayer, what do you think? Do you think it's the hypocrisy or that maximalism must be upheld with all costs?
Well, I don't consider myself a Bitcoin maximalist, but I do consider myself a shitcoin minimalist. So, I really strongly advise, especially newcomers, to invest in all these so-called the next Bitcoin projects, because like 99.999% it really is total junk. And okay, sure, Dogecoin is cute, but it's worthless. Ethereum, I do like the idea, but after having experimented with it, I found it doesn't scale. And from what I understood, proof of stake difficulty bomb has been delayed yet again. I lost count how many times. So yes, they all try to improve. I think it was like, for a long time, for years, I think up until 2017, I read every single white paper I could get my hands on. And I was always interested in reading them. At one point, I didn't even read books anymore. I just read white papers. But in 2017, I said, no, this is enough. I'm tired of all the shitcoinery. Prove to me that it's not some pre-mined scam. I said it, Josh. I said it. Scam. Because most of them actually are scams. And I agree, some people have good intentions, but then they either make an exit scam, so they take the money and run, or they decide to not develop on it any longer, but they did take the money from the ICO or whatever. So yes.
Like EOS.
Well, yeah. So I would never advise any starter in cryptocurrency to buy anything but Bitcoin, because as Josh stated, everybody that purchased Bitcoin and just hold the Bitcoin for more than 4 years has never lost any money. They might not have making the best gains possible, but if they hold it for 4 years, they didn't lose anything. And with all these altcoins, I'll not repeat the shit coins again, but there I did it. That's not the case. It's most of them just pump and then they dump, and their liquidity in the market is so low that it's easy to manipulate the exchange rate. There's pump and dump groups on Telegrams. There's it just the whole thing's got more victims than people that actually made profit of it. So yeah, sure, you could have bought Solana and it would have gone up, and guess what? Then it went down. So I can't advise it. At General Bytes, we don't want to take a maximalist stand. We are like, we want to be an open platform, but the only coins we actually developed ourselves to be supported on the ATMs are Bitcoin and Bitcoin on the Lightning Network, and all the other ones. There's contributions by their specific community. So if a community is growing and they create a coin and they want to have it on the ATMs, be our guest, just do a pull request and we'll be happy to integrate it. But we're not wasting our time on all this stuff. And neither am I. I'm no longer reading Turtle Coin white papers, for example. I mean, not interested.
Turtle Coin, oh man.
Yeah, it went down.
It was really slow.
I think Dan probably had some bags left of it, you know. It was slow. Okay, well, this is my personal opinion. As I said, it's not the company opinion or anything. We welcome anything on our platform. Just do a pull request if it compiles. But yeah, I am a shitcoin minimalist. That's what I would call myself.